G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Got a couple of battles this time. Both of them are with the AMX 1357. This is an amazingly fun tank to play. And yeah, you can get masteries and you can get walloping great big scores with this and do a lot of damage. It's a horrible little tank sometimes if it's played properly. It's horrible to the enemy, that is. It's obviously a light tank, so you don't have much armour. You've got to stay undetected as long as possible. But it's good for detecting the enemy, letting your team know where they are hiding, and it can be an enormous pest. Even if it isn't doing a horrible amount of damage to an enemy tank, getting hit by that many shells all at once is a real pain. I know when I play against these things how much I hate those multi-loaded guns with 6 shots. It's very distracting. Even if it's like being bitten a number of times by a mosquito, it all adds up after a while. The gun is pretty accurate and a very mobile little tank, so you have to rely on your mobility to stay alive. As you can see, from a distance, you can pester the enemy while they're trying to take on your teammates. Get in a few shots here and there, and those shots add up. You can do, quite a lot of damage, 400 or 500 hit points of damage in one clip, and that's significant. That's, like being hit by a tier 9 or a tier 10 sometimes don't do that much damage. It's a very, very enjoyable little thing to play. If you like light tanks, this is, I think, one of the best ones to play, simply because it's so annoying to the enemy. You can zip around bigger tanks. This one's not even paying any attention to me, which is really dumb. With the amount of damage I can pump out with this thing, not taking any notice of one is about the stupidest thing you can do. Because I'm just going to sit there and pump shells into him until he blows up. I have no idea what kind of player is in that tank. He eventually wakes up to the fact that I'm going to kill him, and by that time it's too late. And again, we've got, you can, if you stay out of damage or out of danger long enough and you don't get damaged, you can afford to sit around one of these things and take a chance. I almost get caught once here, but I managed to just back around in time. It came very close. It could have got a shot into me. If you take a really bad hit from one of those, they can pretty well wipe you out in one go. Now KV2 has got some very big hitting power, but it's absolutely powerless against me in the open. If he's got nobody supporting him, he can't do a thing. He cannot keep up with me. And these are particularly fun battles, I think. They're great fun to play, and I think to some extent they're really good fun to watch as well, to see just how frustrating it can be for the enemy to try and get a bead on you while you're running around in one of these. Somebody nailed me from the back there. I'll pay them back later on, hopefully. But for now, it's all about running around and annoying the enemy as much as possible. Even with a pretty dangerous tank like that, I've got the speed to stay mostly out of the way. All I've got to do is stay under cover while I'm reloading, pop back out again, if I'm not running into obstacles accidentally, that is, and then just fill them full of shells. There's very little I can do about it. I can knock out 3 shells to about 1 of this tank's shots, and that's fairly common. You're going to get between 2 and 4 shots out between reloads for other tanks, and as you can see, that was a fairly decisive victory in the end, even though a lot of my team had got themselves wiped out. And yeah, 4,200 damage with a little AMX 1357. That shows you how dangerous they are. So we're going to flip into the next battle now, and that one is almost as much fun, I think. This one, I guess, is a bit more of a sniping battle to start off with. We take on some light tanks up here. As you can see, you get the odd bounce. It's very rare to get a bounce in these. Usually when you get hit, you suffer damage. I was pretty lucky to get a bounce from that. But I can do enough damage to him to make him want to run away from me. As you can see, that really adds up. And it adds up quickly because this thing really pumps those shots out. Boom. He's wishing he hadn't stuck around now, I think. And from the vantage point up here, I can help my teammates down below while staying out of danger myself. And that's really part of the way you play this tank. You pump those shells into the enemy. As you can see, he's missing shots on me, and I am absolutely raking him up and down with shells. That's a horrible thing to experience, especially when there's really nothing much you can do about it. Now this battle gets a little bit closer, I think, than the last one did. We could go either way, but yes, I'm just pumping those shells in. And while they're trying to fight my teammates, it's a very, very distracting thing to constantly have those shells hitting you, even if they're not penetrating. You know they're there, you know someone's firing at you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Very, very annoying. It's one of the most annoying tanks around. I think the T-25 is another one that can be very annoying. But I think this one takes the cake because of the number of shots you can get out in a very, very short time. Very, very bad idea to put your bum towards one of these. There's a lot of tanks I can't penetrate from the front, but with the speed and with other players' lack of attention, if you can get on the sides and the back end, you can usually do a whole lot of damage. So they're paying attention to other tanks around them and not looking at me. That's a big mistake. You ignore this tank at your peril, it will do a lot of damage to you. In fact, these tanks are ones I like to knock out very quickly if I'm playing against them. Now, Tiger here, he's concentrating on my teammates, and he manages to knock him out. But in return, he's pretty much finished. He can't even get round in time to fire at me. And yeah, unpleasant tank those. I don't like going up against the old Lycans. They're quite dangerous. But once I've got my clip loaded, I've got a lot of hit points left. And out we go. He gets one shot in, and see how many I pump into him. And he's gone before he can even reload. Very satisfying games. And again, nice mastery battle. And decent amount of damage, not as much as the other one, but a mastery is a mastery. And that's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching those two battles, and hope to catch you here in the next video. See you later, guys. Cheers.